Hey guys, welcome back to The Depth Endeavor. Thanks for tuning in. You know, as I move further along in the Depth Endeavor, and as I kind of dig deeper to get a better understanding of the message that God has for me to bring, I'm also getting a much clearer picture of the guy that I'm talking to. And the truth of the matter is, if you're watching this, it's you. I'll give you a scripture reference. In Romans chapter 1, Paul he's writing a letter to the church in Rome, and he's telling them who he is. This is Paul. I'm a messenger of the gospel. I am called to preach to the Jews. I'm called to proclaim the good news of Jesus Christ. And then in verse 6 he goes, and you also are among those who are called to belong to Jesus Christ. Guys, if you're watching this, you're also among those who are called to belong to Jesus Christ. Listen, if you watched my testimony, you know that as a kid I went through a lot. But you also know that I made a lot of mistakes. In fact, all the way through my 20s and 30s, I ran from any kind of godly confrontation or any kind of godly authority that would put me into a place where I could submit to God. And it wasn't until in my 40s, trying to save my marriage, that I actually came to a place where I was willing to submit to a godly authority. But I came away with a spiritual father in the process. However, it was 10 more years of churning and plowing up the soil in my life before I feel like God brought me back to a place where he could use me in a place of ministry again. Listen, I, right now, am going to the church that I was going to when I was 21, living in the city I was living in when I was 21. I'm 51, and after 30 years, God has brought me back full circle to the place where I left his calling on my life. And that's exactly what I did. Through a very, very bad decision I made at that time, I left that church and I took myself out of God's calling. But here I am again. Guys, you may be that guy. You may be in your 40s or approaching your 50s, or even like me, beyond your 50s. Feeling like you have this disconnected relationship with your own dad. You have gone through an event so traumatic in your past that it changed your entire personality. It created a spiral of bad behaviors and addictions, and you feel like you wasted the last 30 years on anything that was not your calling. Or you may be that 21-year-old guy right on the cusp of being about to make the worst decision of your life, or anywhere in between. I want you to know I'm in your corner. I'm for you. I'm fighting for you, I'm praying for you, and I'm talking to you. I want you to know, no matter where you are, God has a call on your life. If you are there trying to get to a place where you want to fulfill the call God's placed on your life, I want you to know I have hope and I have answers. Endeavor Depth.